my Storytime friends. I'm Miss Sara, and welcome back to another virtual Storytime. I've missed you all so much over the past couple of weeks, and I'm glad to be doing Storytime with you all again. So today we're going to start off with one of our favorite songs, Open Shut Them. So get your little hands and fingers ready. Here we go. Open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, crawl them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not put them in. Good job, my Storytime friends. Now let's get to our story for today. Our story for today is called Otto the Book Bear, written and illustrated by Katie Cleminson. Otto the Book Bear. Otto was a book bear. Here he is inside of his book. He lived in a book on a shelf in a house, and he was at his happiest when children read his book. But Otto also had a special secret. When no one was looking, Otto came to life. So here's Otto, and he's leaving his book. Where do you think he's going? Let's find out. Otto loved to explore the house, to read his favorite stories, and practice his writing. So here's Otto looking at the family picture, and here he is reading his favorite book with a map in it, and here he is typing on a typewriter. A typewriter is what people used to write before they had computers. But one day, something terrible happened, and Otto was left behind. Uh-oh, so look, all the books are packed up except Otto's book was under the bookcase, and he's watching his family move away. I bet that made him sad. Otto didn't like being all alone, so he made a plan, packed a bag, and set off on a new adventure. Let's see where he goes now. But the world outside made Otto feel very small. Nobody seemed to notice him. Look at these crowds of people in the buildings. Can you see where Otto is? Here, I'll give you a closer look. Right there. There's Otto. Otto began to search the city, hoping to find a new place to live. But nowhere he went felt like home. It was too busy, too wet, too cold, too smoky, too high, too windy, and too unwelcoming. Otto didn't like living in the city, and he missed his warm book. He was starting to feel downhearted. Downhearted is another way to say sad, so he's very sad and worried. But he decided to pick up his bag and keep on walking. And just when he thought he couldn't walk any farther, when he felt cold and tired, Otto saw a place full of light and hope. He went inside and found, so here's the building, and look at that. What is this a picture of? It looks like a book. So what do you think the building is? And what do you think he finds? Rows and rows of books. So he's in a building filled with rows and rows of books. What kind of building do you think he's in? That's right, he's in a library. Otto began to climb, and there, at the end of the shelf, he saw something. I wonder what it is. Could it be? It was another book bear. The other bear shook Otto's paw and said, "I'm Ernest. How do you do?" Otto's new friend showed him around the library, and he discovered it was full of book creatures, just like him. So here we have a monster and a witch, and there's Otto and a rabbit and his friend Ernest. Together with Ernest, he could once again read his favorite stories, practice his writing, and try out all kinds of exciting things. And the best was, so here he is with all of his book friends. I guess this is what happens at a library at night. All the characters leave their books. Now, Otto had lots of readers, and that made him the happiest of all. So there's Otto and there's Ernest in a book together. All right, my Storytime friends, now it's time for our flannel board. All right, my Storytime friends, today our flannel board is about 5 bears sharing a bed. And here's one of our little bear friends, and he's gonna go to bed now. Let's see what happens. So 5 bears in the bed, and the little one said, "I'm crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Uh-oh. 4 bears in a bed, and the little one said, "I'm crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many bears do we have left now? 3 bears. 3 bears in a bed, and the little one said, "I'm crowded, roll over." So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many bears do we have left now? 2 bears, good job. 2 bears in a bed, and the little one said, "I'm crowded, roll over." So they both rolled over, and one fell out. Uh-oh, how many bears are in the bed now? 1 bear in the bed, and the little one said, "I'm lonely." Uh-oh, I guess he's gonna go and join his bear brothers. Wave goodbye to our little bear. Bye, little bear. Okay, so now we're gonna do some fun bear songs and rhymes. First rhyme that we're gonna do is an action rhyme, so go ahead and follow my actions, and it's about bears, of course. So one fine day in the woods, I saw a bear in the honey tree licking his paw. A bee buzzed by, bzzz, and what do you suppose? The bee stung the bear on the tip of his nose. Bzzz. "Ouch!" said the bear as he slid down the tree. "I do like honey, but I don't like bees." All right, so now we're going to sing a song together, and this song is called The Fuzzy Bear, and it is to the tune of "Mary Had a Little Lamb." I went to the zoo and saw, zoo and saw, zoo and saw. I went to the zoo and saw an animal that looked like you. He was small and smart like you, smart like you, smart like you. He was small and smart like you, but didn't go to school. He was a fuzzy wuzzy bear, wuzzy bear, wuzzy bear. He was a fuzzy wuzzy bear that lived at the zoo. All right, and I hope you enjoyed that song and my little fuzzy wuzzy bear friend. So now that is the end of our story time, but I do have a couple announcements. So please remember that the library is open. Our hours are a little bit different, but just look online for those. And you can come in and grab your books. You can't hang out in the library, of course, due to the virus. And if you do come in the library, be sure that you're wearing a mask that's covering your mouth and your nose. And parents, remember that children aged 3 and up in our library need to be wearing a mask. And if you have a child that's 15 years or younger, they need to be accompanied by an adult. And if you're not comfortable coming in the library and checking out our materials, that is okay. The drive-through service is open, so you can call the front desk and tell us what books you would like, and we will get those together for you at the drive-through window. If you don't want any of our physical materials at all, that is also okay. Using your Morley Library card, you do have access to our digital collection on Overdrive or the Libby app, and also Hoopla. And now that we're doing story times again, we do have some activity packets that are available on the second floor that you can pick up for each of the story times that we are doing. And if if you're using the drive-through service, we can bring those down for you. All right, my Storytime friends, that is it for this week. I will see you again virtually next week. So have a great week, my friends. Bye.